Hey guys, how you doing? Charlie here. This time we're taking a look at the Rockschool Grade 2 guitar piece, Hit It Harder. It's a blues fest of all sorts going on. We're mainly dealing with the swing rhythm, which is the first thing you need to grasp before starting. So the swing rhythm, a straight, what we would call a straight eighth or straight quaver rhythm would be like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But the underlying pulse of this tune is a swing rhythm. That's what the little thing means at the top of the page next to where it says 1, 2, 5. You've got blues, then you've got a little symbol with 2 quavers, an equal and a triplet with a crotchet and a quaver in it. To keep it short, that basically means swing. We'll probably come to a point where you need to understand why that means swing, but for the now, that means that throughout the whole piece, the 8th note of quaver pulse is not played straight 1 and 2 and, it's played swung 1 and 2 and, which gives it a lazy feel. A swung feel means that we're going to get the first note is interpreted as a dotted quaver and the second note of the 2 is interpreted as a 16th note. So you've basically got a long note followed by a short note. Long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long. That is the pulse of it. That is only applicable when you're playing the quavers. So when you see the 2 kind of quavers joined, you hopefully you know what the quavers are. That's when you're playing the junk, 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 junk. Okay, they could be. It just saves them space having to write that at the top of the page, which basically means whenever you see a quaver or a group of quavers, they've got to be played swung. All right. We're going to crack on because we've got a lot to do. So the A section, we're jumping in on the 6th string. We're coming in after beat 3. We go 1, 2, 3, nil, 5, 3, nil on your 6th string. Okay, so that's nil, 5, 3, nil. And notice how you've already got that swing. Ba 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 da 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 da. Okay, then you're going to do the same on the 6th string. Nil, 5, 3, but finish with an open A. Nil, 5, 3, nil. So we've got nil, 5, 3, nil on the 6th string, nil, 5, 3, nil on the 5th string, then back to the 6th, nil, 5, 3, nil, and then you're going to hit the top of an E major chord, okay? That is voice, 2nd fret, 4th string, 1st fret, 3rd string, open 2nd and open 1st. And that comes in on the and, I believe, of beat 2. 1 and 2, and you let it ring for the rest of the bar. So, A section. So far, nil, 5, 3, nil, 2, 3, nil, 5, 3, nil on the 5th, 2, 3, nil, 5, 3, nil, and then hit the E chord, and then we're going to move from there. What I would suggest is just move up to form a full E major chord, okay? And you're just going to play as a power chord the open 6th string and your 5th string. Okay, and that's just a muted power chord. The little PM with the dots means palm mute. So that's my palm resting just where the bridge is. Okay, very, very lightly. Not so much that it's deadened, just enough to mute it a bit. Okay, so that's it. That's kind of the first phrase, as I would call it. Into your next bit, you're moving on to your low string. Here we're going to play nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 3. Okay, so that's on your thick 6th string. Nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 3, nil. Okay, and notice there's that swing rhythm again. So your first one's a crotchet, nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 3, nil. Okay, so you've got that underlying pulse going on. Then we move and do a very similar pattern, but on the 5th string. Nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, but up to 5 there. So it moves up nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 5, nil. So those 2 bars. So I'm now talking about bars 6 and 7. Nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 3, nil, nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 5, nil. Then we move again. This is where it gets tricky. We move back to our first finger being on the 5th string of the 2nd fret. And we're going to get the classic blues kind of chug, if you like. Going from 2, 0 and 2, 0 and 4 with your 3rd finger, 0 and 5 if you can stretch with your little finger, then back to 4. So that's 2, 4, 5, 4, then again. Okay, so that's our next phrase. So I'm going to take your bars, 6, 7 and 8. Nil. Sorry, I was a bit muffled there. Okay, so then we move on to bar number 10. Okay, and we're back to that original nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 5, nil. Okay, it climbs up and you've got that swing rhythm. Then this is where it gets even trickier. You move up to what would be the A power chord shape, open 5th string, 2nd fret 4th string, and you've got, this is where we've got that swing rhythm because we're going to be using 8th note. 2, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4. Okay, I'm playing the 2nd fret 4th string, 2 of those. Then the 4th fret, 2 of those. Then up to 5th fret. Then back to 4th with the swing rhythm. 2, 2, 4, 4, 5, 5, 4, 4. Okay, and that's that bar there. Then to finish that part off, we're moving on to the bar 12. Okay, and this is where we go nil. Now this is hard because we've got a pull off. You'll notice in bar 12 you're pulling off from 3 to 0. To do that, you're going to put your you'll use your middle finger. You've got the 0 first, 3, and just lightly pull it off. Even a little flick is a difficult thing to achieve, but you're also doing it with the swing rhythm, which makes it harder. What I say to people trying this for the first time is forget there's a pull off there to start with. Nil, 3, nil, nil. That bit. So if you are to execute the pull off, you're going to go nil, 3, nil, nil. Sorry, nil, 3. Sorry, let me do that again. Nil, 3, 3, nil, nil, 3. Then onto your 5th string, you go nil, nil, 1, 2. Do that with your middle finger there, guys, because then you're going to put your first on the 1st fret of the 4th string, and then your 3rd on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and that gives you your B11, kind of B11 chord there. So you got nil, nil, 1, 2. Leave that on, 1st finger, 3rd finger, then you can hit the chord. Okay. Then it's up to a D sus2 chord, and that rhythm is coming out 1 and 2 and. Okay. And that's nearly at the end of the first page there. So let me give you from bars 12, 13, 14, 15 to 15. Okay, so we're going to go nil, 3, nil, nil. Then the D sus2. Now we've got a little nice ending blues lick here, okay, using E minor pentatonic scale. And it starts with a pull off on the 3rd fret of the top string. 3, nil. Okay, it's your first bit. 3 on the 2nd string. Then you've got an awkward move up to the 3rd string. 3, 2, nil. Okay, then you resolve to 4th string 2nd fret. So it goes again. Okay, and that's our little phrase there. Then we're back to our low E. Then we've got on the 5th string 3, 2. Okay, so that gives us, I'll play, that's bars 16, 17. Let me do that again, sorry. Okay, and that's what I would call the end of the phrase. However, it then picks up into the next section as we move on, alright? So that's your kind of first page. That's where we're going to then be moving on into the B section, and things hot up a little bit from there onwards. So after our little, I'll do it a bit fast. Sorry. We're going to go back to our original riff. Nil, 5, 3, nil. Okay, coming in the same place. So it's now 5, 3, nil. But this time we're going to put a little thing in. Sorry, it's that one. Okay, so some odd sounding chords there. They're kind of just E7 and A7, but arranged slightly differently. So you've got nil, 5, 3, nil, and 2. And we're going to hit that little motion there. Number 3 on your 2nd string. Number 4 on your top string. Sorry. Then the same. Open 5th. Move that shape back. So you've got 2 on the 2nd string, 3 on the 1st string. So we have. Sorry, let me do that again. I'm messing this right up. Okay, so those are the 2 sections. Make sure you practice those. Okay, so that's moving on, and then we're back again. Nil, 5, 3, nil, and we're going to hit the big open E chord there again. again. So that's the same thing. 2 on the 4th, 1 on the 3rd, and then 2 open. So let me play that properly. Okay, then we're back into another blues lick. There's lots of things being thrown at you in this piece. You just got to take it and break everything down as much as you can. Anyway, moving on here, so this is bar 21. We've got another little blues idea, minor pentatonic, no pull-offs this time. 3 nil on your top string, 3 nil on your second string, and then just down the blues scale actually this time. 3 2 nil on your third string. So we've got. Okay, so that would sound if I go from bar. Oh, what are we? 19. And there we go. Okay, that then leads us into the chord change. The A7, as you'll see, written above the stave. The A7 then moves through back to our old friend, the open string lick on your 5th string. Nil, 3, nil, 4, nil, 5, nil. Again, you've got that rhythm. Then we move to our blues chug, back to the blues chug. First finger A power chord, 4th string, 2nd fret. Okay, and you're going to be playing 8th note rhythm this time. 2 2 4 4 5 5 4 4. Okay, so that little phrase there. Let me do bar 20 to 21. Okay, that's with a little palm mute there again. Again, it's a great sounding track, lovely blues ideas, but just a lot of them sort of chucked in together there. So that then leads us to bar 24. We're back to the pull-offs on the low 6th string. This is a tricky bit. 24, 25, okay? Nil, 3, nil with a pull-off. Okay, I'm going to take that a couple of times, all right? So you've got nil, 3, nil, nil. Sorry, nil. 3, nil, 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 2, nil, 3. And back to your old B11 chord there, okay? So that little section, we've got nil, 3, nil, nil, okay? 3, nil, 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 2, nil, 3, nil, 4, nil. Then you're going to go back and form your kind of B7 chord. So you've got 2, 5th string, 2nd fret, 1st finger, 1st fret, 4th string, 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string, and that gives you your B11, okay? So that's the bit, that's one of the bits most of my students find most difficult, is that little bit there, that where you're going from kind of pulling off on that string. Again, as I said, if you can't do it, first of all, forget the pull-offs, get the rhythm right. You can always add it later, it's not too hard to add, but you pull-offs throw people off and they get the wrong rhythm and it just is chaos. So try and get the rhythm right first, and then move on from there. Excellent, we're on to the last bit. We're back to a D sus2 for the next bar. Rhythm is coming on 1 and 2 and, so 1 and 2 and then stop it. So that comes from the B7. D, sus. Then we've got a bit of a string skipper here. So we're going from low 6th E string to your 4th. Now the rhythm's hard because we're going. Okay, so I'm going nil, nil, 2, nil, nil, 2, nil, nil on the 4th string, 2, nil, 2. The reason this is difficult is because of the string skip, okay? And to skip strings for a guitar player, very difficult, okay? So you're going to need to practice that. Plus, you've got to think it's a swing rhythm. So the first note, the first note is longer, but then the gap to get to the next first note, if you like, on beat 2, is very short. 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and 2. So every time you're having to cut that last note short and jump up a string. So that's why that's difficult. So that's that 2-bar phrase, just going nil, nil, 2, nil, nil, 2, nil, nil, 2, nil, 2. Okay? And that's that little section there. Then we move back to a B11, okay? Which we were using before. So it's 2nd fret, 1st string, 2nd fret, 5th string, 1st fret, 4th string, and 2nd fret, 3rd string. And you're just hitting that again, same rhythm, 1 and 2. You're actually just hitting the, as far as strings 5, 4, 3, 2 on the first part, 1 and 2, and then on the and, you hit all 5 strings from 5th string downwards. That's right. Okay, and then again to finish it off, we're back to an A7 now. They voiced this in a certain way, quite awkward, I think. Okay, you're playing 2nd fret 4th string, 2nd fret 2nd string, and 3rd fret on your top string. However, the rhythm is 1, like that. Okay, make that second one a crotchet actually. So okay, and let that ring through, and that's so that coming from the B11. Let me do that again. One more. Good, and then we've got a lovely, again, another little blues ending lick, classic thing, but unfortunately we're up at 5th position. This is kind of a, well, it's kind of using the sort of a, yeah, kind of E blues scale, if you like. Okay, so you come down, you need to be in 5th position, so you need to start with your 3rd finger at 7th fret. 3rd finger plays 7, middle finger plays 6 on your top string, 1st finger plays 5, so it's, and again, think shuffle, swing rhythm. 1 and 2, then your 3rd finger jumps to the 2nd string, 8th fret, and then 2nd string, 5th fret. Then your middle finger's going to grab 3rd string, 6th fret, then you're going to go back up to 8th fret, 2nd string, and then back to 5th fret. Really cool sounding E blues scale. Okay, that's the little lick there. Then to finish it off, we've got this lovely little tail end lick. Back down to your blues scale. Well, it's kind of more major, E major pentatonic, this one. 3 nil on your top string, 2 nil on your 2nd string, 2 nil, 1 on your 3rd string, 2 on your 4th string. Then to finish it off, on your 5th string, 1 nil. That last little phrase. And let that ring actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just like that. We get that last bit right. Well done, guys. Very, very difficult tune, this one, actually, but it's fantastic when you get it all together. Lots of different ideas. You can see, obviously, I went through this in a very kind of 2-bar by 2-bar pattern. You know, you don't want to kind of rattle through it in one go. There's too many rhythms. It's not like the other tunes. So make sure you do it like that. Make sure you break it down each way. Spend a lot longer than I did on each section, and make sure that you do, you know, look at them. As you can see, there were some tricky bits with some rhythms that needed checking. Get your shuffle rhythm down. Make sure you understand how that goes, and obviously use the track, use the book, use everything you have, and hopefully the piece will start to, over a couple of weeks, start to seem a little bit easier for you. Alright, I've enjoyed the lesson, been really good. Don't forget to check out all the kind of following on Twitter and all that sort of thing, and ebooks and all that sort of stuff, and I'll be filming lots more videos, and I look forward to the next one. I'll see you soon. Cheers.